Where's blockchain going to have the most impact?
Difficult to say, but I think clearly in supply chain. That's the first thing that springs to mind. I mean, coming from the insurance side of the world, I ought to say insurance first and foremost, because that's what we're working on. But when you think of a supply chain, it involves a network, and blockchain actually facilitates a lot of good communication and fluidity within a network. So I would say first and foremost the supply chain.
So the idea of decentralization, taking away the middleman, that sounds fantastic. That sounds like lots of efficiencies. That sounds like terrifying for incumbents. Do you see that? I mean, it's proper disruption.
There is potential for a lot of disruption there. I'm choosing my words carefully because quite often within the insurance context we're accused of wanting to disintermediate the broker. The broker does a great job, but he also pushes a lot of paper about and wastes his time rather than looking after risk management. So as with the broker, I mean, all elements of the value chain can gain from those efficiencies that we've touched on. And so true disintermediation, I'm not completely sure you completely eliminate someone like the broker who has got some value to add, but by making him more efficient. But ultimately, I think we often lose sight of what we're trying to do here, and that is provide a service for the customer. If we improve the service to the end customer, that's the point.
In the world of insurance, I don't want to insult you here, but that is not a world that's really the cutting edge of innovation all the time, right? It's not how we perceive it anyway. That's not how we perceive it. Maybe we're wrong. But that same thing must be coming up in the world of insurance. People must be saying, so we're going to do this on Bitcoin? Seriously? No? Or am I wrong?
We avoid using the word Bitcoin in the context of what we do, principally because it confuses people. And ultimately what we're looking to do within the context of insurance is really quite basic. We're really picking the low-hanging fruit and looking for efficiencies. There's a lot more to come beyond that, but let's just do something easy first. And the first thing that we are in B3i are doing is removing a lot of the manual effort in the context of reinsurance to insurance. So that's very specific, but just to prove that this stuff can really help. And if you can imagine that you can eliminate 30% of your admin from that element of the value chain, then you're doing something good. And once you deliver that, people start to become convinced. So I mean, kind of back to the hype and so on and so forth. People really need to understand the basics and start thinking of the solutions themselves to their problems. And that's what we're trying to do, is also educate the insurance market as to how blockchain can help.